Hi, everybody. Look what we have here. They're calling themselves the Three Stooges down there.
Everybody, there's Tanya and Ken. Hi, Tanya and Ken.
What was
Yes,
the song
Tanya,
from the Three
Ken and
Amigos?
Tanya.
Wherever there is trouble, we'll be there. Wherever there is freedom, we'll be there. I give you.
It's been so long since
I give you the $2 version.
Did the Three Stooges say that? I don't remember that. I just remember them going, whoop, whoop, whoop,
Three
whoop.
Amigos.
No, the Three Amigos.
Oh, the Three Amigos. Oh, yeah. Okay. Got it. And Captain Nick is in his Garden View studio. You can hear the dive bombing that's happening over top.
Yeah, I
of
know. It
the
sounds
Three
like
Stooges.
Tora, Tora, Tora.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One of these.
I want to be like the 1940s reporter. Be like, this is Armando Carrion reporting from the front line.
Yes!
Right now we have a Japanese Zero coming in from the left.
Oh, perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, the humanity of it all. The humanity. I see our boys coming from the east. I see our boys coming from the west. They're coming from the south. Our boys are coming from all directions. Those
Oh my
Japs don't
God, you're
stand
so
a
good at
chance.
that. You are so good
Excellent.
at that. I love
Now,
it.
that quote was from the Hindenburg disaster.
Well, the humanity part
There
was.
you go.
What
Yeah.
was I thinking?
It
Definitely.
is the Hindenburg.
In
Ladies and gentlemen,
Lyndhurst, New Jersey, right?
The
Lyndhurst.
humanity of it all, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity of the disaster of this show. Not that
God,
it's a
I had late night
disaster.
last night. Late night the night before. I need some sleep.
All right, so just
Turkey left station, excellent.
Jeff's still fiddling with his knobs, as it were.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he loves that.
He does. He loves playing with his knobs. Nice shirt, Jeff. That's his shirt. So if he gets lost, he can find his way home. They'll send him home to.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please return to.
When do you guys? When do you guys?
I'm sharing it. I'm sharing it. I'm sharing it. I just shared it with you. Got it?
Got it. We're going to forget to put this microphone in the correct mouth over the next 2 hours.
Oh my.
Wow.
When do you guys depart Florida? What's the plan?
Because they're not talking.
Okay. That's the reason.
Guess they're not
Tomorrow
answering.
morning, Liz.
Tomorrow morning. Okay. Cool. Does the weather
you hear
look?
us?
Weather looks good.
Monday for me. Could you?
Monday, yeah. Yep. Got it.
Have you got an audience? Because we're
muted.
starting to get some
Something's
noise
muted.
from them.
Oh, that's the third. Okay, sorry. I just saw red over here. I got concerned. Can you guys hear us?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes. Yes.
Have you got
Hello?
an audience? We were
Yes.
asking.
We can hear you.
Hello.
Thousands.
We do.
Hello.
All of Sun and Fun is here.
Can you hear us now?
All right.
See, they can't hear us. We can hear you.
Yes, we can,
We can hear you.
We
Yes, we can hear you.
you.
Yes.
Foul duckers.
What's 2 plus 2?
There must be some kind of a delay going on.
Yeah, you can see the delay right there.
We can hear you too, but there's a big delay for some reason.
Yeah, there's about a 3-second delay on StreamYard right now for whatever reason.
So it's like the delay when they went to the moon.
Logged onto the Wi-Fi.
I'm just trying to find the APG link.
Ken, Tanya, this is going to be an interesting show, sort of rough and ready. So
What,
you know.
you mean unlike every other show?
Yeah. I do. I'm just trying to manage expectations. That's all.
Good job.
I can feel your leg going.
It's your leg.
No, I was just showing you what I
Gentlemen, that's not a leg.
How do you feel that? Nothing is
Frozen.
connected.
through the floor.
Armando.
I'm shaking the building.
Oh,
Okay.
I think it's
Got
me.
I have that effect on buildings.
Maybe Nick should do this show solo.
Oh,
I stopped.
I just had a glitch. You can hear me still, Liz?
Yes, sir. I can.
All right,
Okay.
I am going to jump. I'm going to jump off. That's the only thing that changed. So I'm going to jump off the Wi-Fi. Oh, shouldn't make a difference, but I don't know why. That's the only thing that
No,
changed.
because I'm not even using that Wi-Fi. I'm using Starlink.
That's
I'm on your Starlink.
He's on the Starlink.
Oh. Okay. Well, get off my.
Let's see if that makes a
Do
difference.
the SNF media.
Yes, you're right, Ken. The regular slip and slide down the technical hill.
No, it's still a delay.
Huh?
Liz, say something real quick. I want to see.
Hello? Hello, hello? Hello?
Yeah, so that's
much
back on
better.
time.
That's
Can you
crazy.
What videos are you downloading over there, Armando?
It's none of your business.
I must say your video
just
is
trying to get the
pretty
chat
good.
Yeah, I agree. It looks good.
No, we lost Nick.
Somebody look out the window.
No, you haven't. I'm still here.
Can you see the Starlink dish? Still upright?
You know,
Well, when he-
it's a bad
When he
night
logged
to
off the
stop
Wi-Fi,
drinking.
it instantly came back. See, it's that device. Yeah, it's all the free videos he was downloading. I'm telling you.
Wow, I didn't know you could pick up that much bandwidth. Oh, and then I don't think it has anything to do with us, but Nichols not.
He's still there, but he just turned his camera off.
Does he know?
I don't know. But
I had
I
a momentary glitch here in the UK, but I'm back.
You're frozen here for me,
You're-
Nick. You're
You're here
frozen.
audio, but we don't see you.
Well, I can
Well,
see
I'm
him.
getting
but he's frozen.
150 down and 50 up. So
Jeff will need to use a microphone.
I will leave and come back.
Ken.
I don't
You
know.
should
Nick.
see-
Okay, he's gone. He'll be
Ken,
back.
you should see him.
I need to eat.
Jeff
I need
is
to
like-
eat a little bit of my sandwich.
Jeff is like DJ Tiesto right now. He's like up on this elevated table looking out over the masses, which are just waiting for the show
Right.
to start.
Yeah,
And
he's
just
ready
like,
to. Exactly. That's exactly what I said a while ago.
APG.
Do you have it? Do you have an audience there or no?
No.
Yeah, those chairs.
Nick, you're back. You're looking
There's like
good.
250,000 people here. What are you talking about?
Well, I'll do this.
Well,
many-
obviously the
Oh, no, go
publicity worked to treat them.
Yeah. Well, we gave them all of like an hour, right?
No. Excellent.
This
Yeah.
video is quite classic, I think. Yeah.
Come on, use the AI, guys, and
Yeah.
add some.
Populate those chairs.
Actually, that's got to be a show title. I could just show a picture of all those empty chairs.
Exactly.
It's great. Jeff put out signs everywhere,
I
all
did
over
not.
all over Sun and Fun,
did
saying
not.
live recording of APG
We put them 20 miles out on the way in
Yeah.
this morning,
Actually,
every
in Orlando.
15
Oh,
feet
right.
down the road.
at the
Billboards.
at the entrance to Disney. Also,
Yeah.
AJ, did you realize that now we can actually say anything and we control when Jeff speaks?
This is correct.
APG,
I've been aware of this very
APG,
clearly.
a huge hit at Sun and Fun, and then a picture of the chairs.
When you see
Yeah,
Jeff trying to talk
exactly.
and both
That
of us
would
just
be-
go,
Yeah.
Nick, this is episode 7500, APG 7500, because we've hijacked it.
I don't know what that means, but
All right, now someone with a decent camera, take a picture
Oh
of
my
those
God.
empty chairs, please.
I
We're
have to
going to
get.
use it for the show title.
I have to get keynote ready.
And send it to me, please.
I'm sure Jeff's
would you
not.
prefer WhatsApp or the personal text?
WhatsApp's good, but try and
already
make
doing
it
it.
good quality.
Okay, here we go.
I might put a few AI people in there, like a homeless person asleep on the chairs or something.
Jeff, I'm assuming that you. Oh, Jeff, I'm assuming you're not doing Coffee Fund, yeah?
Yeah, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to be sure.
Can we do a beer fund this week?
I've got my beer.
That would
Thank
be
you, I
more
didn't-
apropos.
That's that Native American tribe, right?
Which one?
Apropos.
Little known.
The-
Having trouble staying in the moment. Okay.
You're
Are we
beginning to regret inviting these two, Jeff?
a little bit? Yeah.
Not beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's been
I can see.
happening
I
for
can see it on
days.
his face. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
A lot of eye rolling down on.
Are we getting
Listen.
close to starting or no? He's not.
You tell it.
I sent the screenshot to you, Nick. It's on the Liz and Nick messages group. That
Thank
we're
you
in.
very much, sir. I appreciate that.
Or you can use mine that I sent you also.
Artwork's
Mine's
done.
better.
Okay, I'll
I
use
don't know,
the
I think mine
better
might be
one
better.
of.
It was from an Android phone.
That's what I mean.
Jeff, you do have all your recorders going, yes?
Do they even have cameras on an Android phone? Oh,
Yeah.
what number are we? 70,
Four.
Liz?
Four.
It does.
Seven
It
of
does
them.
have
I
a
haven't
camera,
done a-
Nick, but it comes with a hood that you have to like pull over your head,
Yeah, I got
and then
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
We'll keep them entertained.
Jeff's going to have a pee. You've got time, Nick. I'm
Okay,
in. I'm in
so-
Keynote. So tell me, do you need me to get out before you find an image?
I'll tell you if I do.
Okay, let
We
me
need
know.
a tripod just to put the headset on.
Yep.
yeah, Wilson. Ladies
You
and
need a
gentlemen,
little mustache on those fingers.
APGs.
Hello.
This is APG 706.
A little
I'm Captain Jeff.
stick-on mustache.
AJ, come on.
I didn't do it, Jeff.
I wish I would have taken ventriloquism classes. Oh wait, that's not me talking. That's me. Talking.
I can just lean over here like this, and I'm off the screen, and then they can't see me. So, hello, this is Captain Jeff, and we're gonna try to record a podcast, but it doesn't seem to be going very well.
How many kids do we have combined together? Not you and I, but
As far as I know, four.
Well, and I have one, so 5 total.
No, I have three.
We're
And
pilots.
you have one.
we're pilots.
We fly with these hands and these brains.
Mathing. Try to do
This
some
really
mathing.
does, Jeff. This really does need to be APG 7500. Yeah, I think that's a great idea, Armando.
What's 7,500?
It's the emergency code from
Oh.
for a hijacking
Oh, okay.
on the transponder.
Got it. Yeah, I know what 7,700 is, but I didn't know 7,500.
Your headset doesn't seem to fit very well, Jeff.
Jeff's
I keep
lost.
collecting.
You know what? Jeff's lost too much weight. That's all I got to say.
He did get awfully skinny. That's why the
He d-
headphones
he
don't
did.
fit anymore.
As we
I found a
watch him
picture, Liz.
mow
Okay.
down.
Oh my
Let me
God,
just-
that's
let me
the
just get out of,
ugliest. That is
Okay.
the ugliest thing.
Just let me put a little slot in there for you. A slide.
Oh, yeah, I always like a little slot.
There you go. Right under the.
you go. Yeah.
You did say slot.
I did.
Just-
Yes, I did.
I missed this chat room. It's been so long. Hi, Tanya. Hi. Micah.
I'm just going to find somewhere to dump it down, Liz. I'd have to do.
And we can comment as Jeff.
Oh no, I'm not gonna miss. It'll be forever like captured in the internet.
You're right, because this live recording that's being broadcast over the internet isn't forever now.
That's what I'm saying. When Jeff runs for office, we really should delete most of these episodes.
Jeff running for office? Now that's a scary thought.
Where the hell is my
you
drive?
you guys didn't see the Jeff for mayor of Roswell?
No.
No.
I've been putting up those signs too.
With that good head of hair, I would vote for him.
And that mustache. That's the vote
That
getter
guy
right
knows. That guy's know how to govern. He knows how to govern.
I've always said, good hair care, good governance.
Yeah. Nick, are you running for office? You're a
you can't you tell?
You're a handsome gentleman. I would vote for you.
What, that just shows your IQ.
Well, no, never mind. I was going to make an American politics comment. But we'll just let the
airplane.
Oh, there's a
we'll let
good. Oh, there's a good jet sound. Is that the sound of freedom?
That is freedom.
That is the sound of freedom.
sound of my taxpayer money being turned into noise.
And flames.
Not
Yeah.
mine.
Sounds fast, whatever it is.
I bet it's actually going really slow like this.
Is it a Raptor?
It's either an F-22 demo or an F-16 demo, because the Viper demo is here and the Raptor demo is here.
Okay.
Because see, fast things don't hang around that long.
Yeah. Man, we have earbuds in and that is wicked loud.
Like you can feel it in your chest.
For all my UK friends, when I was stationed at Mildenhall, which
Yeah.
is not a fighter base, because those fighter guys, we would have to pause all conversations like every 5 minutes when the F-15s took off out of Lakenheath. And it's like 6 miles away. And we would just conversation stop. Because
Everything
because
stops.
the fighter guys are flying.
Where do the bombers go in the UK? Is it Mildenhall?
Vertically straight down.
Fairford, when
Wow. I love the sound, but it's not going to be great for the podcast.
that'll rattle your bones.
A little bit.
Jeff's going to freak out about this, I think. Anyway, yeah.
Oh, I think you just got
Fairford.
it. You just
Mostly
gotta love it.
Fairford, sometimes Mildenhall.
Thank you. Yep, that solved it.
What happened?
I think Armando pressed a button. A button.
Not
Press
the
a
button
button.
he shouldn't push.
A button. He pressed the button no pilot should press.
That's the one.
Why have you got those little red corners on your picture?
Push the little red corners.
Oh, I see little
I
red
haven't
corners.
had time to do much to this picture, but it's in there,
Okay.
and I have exited.
Oh, you've exited. Okay.
Yep.
Let me just size it a little bit here. Okay. Looking good.
I'm just going to find
Yes,
some
Tanya,
facts
we are on
about this
mute.
useless. Oh, bugger me! I've just closed the wrong tab. Damn it.
Hate when that happens.
Yep.
Hate when that happens. Okay, so share screen, window. Yep. Share. Yep. Okay. It's there, Nicholas. It's there, looking good.
Thank you for the system of movable veins. Top speed was 180 miles
Yes,
an
I
hour.
think the
I love that during this, there's people walking around attempting to have phone conversations.
We need like a
love it.
recording in progress.
it's almost as
No,
good
I
as
just mean-
people walk. As long as people trying to do a podcast, it's almost
I know
as
what
good
you're
as
saying.
that.
They're just walking around outside as if they can hear someone or someone can hear them. There's zero chance that that's happening.
Yeah, I suppose we did. We muted it because it's so loud, but I suppose most of the listeners would want to hear that noise.
Yeah.
It's a fabulous noise.
Probably
It's
more
just
than us, actually.
Not too conducive to podcasting.
What?
Where did Jeff have to go to the
30%
bathroom?
disability because of hearing loss. I like to say, when I was on the Ospreys for 10 years, the Osprey is not armed very well, but it sure is loud. So I was like, we're not going to kill anybody. But we sure will scare them.
We'll really get on their nerves.
You
We'll
can hear.
deafen-
We did.
We'll deafen them.
Yeah, you can hear an Osprey. I think 12 miles away in the desert of New Mexico.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So you definitely hear it before you see it.
Wow. So you give people a fighting chance to get out of the way, right?
Yeah. It's bad form for the military, but yes, we give them a chance to run first.
Right.
sort of counterproductive
Then-
to some of
then-
the.
Quite
Then you
ineffective.
can kind of hunt them down.
Yeah, and that's where the fighter guys come in.
Yeah, you're right, Mike at Tampa. Knowing Jeff, he's probably gotten into a conversation with someone. He's probably
No,
stopped.
Jeff's eating a sandwich.
Oh. His
Little
blood sugar
behind the
was...
scenes peek.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
I have a sneaking suspicion that most interviews recorded at Sun and Fun this week
Sound a lot like that.
sound like this.
Although not having the tri-motor, the crusher of dreams, because you hear that wonderful radial sound, and then you look up, you're like, oh, it's the tri-motor.
That's why I bought a walk-up.
It follows up on the promise of the noise.
I just sit there and
He's
start the
back.
engine, sit in it, and pretend to fly because it's cheaper.
Do you do what that guy did? That was that a Waka that was displaying? Or was it a Stearman? He went to full increase on the prop, just coming over, and then he'd pull the prop back just to have that.
I think it's a Stearman, but I'm not sure. It might actually be a Pitts. There, no. So general aviation, Jeff, is little airplanes that have propellers on the front.
They spin
Yeah.
outside of the case that they're in. Yeah,
No, there's like a really did you
Generally
see that?
speaking.
I from a distance. Yeah, the red one, the like dark red,
Well, they
burgundy.
had it like parked over here. Did you
Oh,
see that? It's
I
like
didn't
a really
see
unique,
it up close.
I've never seen a Pitts with a radial engine on it. It's got
Are
like
you
a
talking about the
Russian,
orange one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you
So-
notice that the prop goes the
So
wrong way?
this is
It's a Russian
fascinating
engine. Yeah.
conversation, but Captain Nick needs to go to bed like in a couple of
No,
hours or
I'm
so.
still doing a bit of research here, so
Oh, okay.
don't worry, no rush.
Did you see my text?
Yeah. Sorry.
Did you see my text?
No. Did you write have we written a blurb for Armando? Yeah? Yes, I can hear you. I need to. I think so.
Okay. Those guys are sitting so still there at Sun and Fun that I wasn't sure I thought we had frozen. Oh, that's better. Thank you. Proof of life, please. Yes, Micah, we do. I got it 3 times. Thank you. I got one from you, I got one from Brian, and I got one that was sent to feedback. So I got it 3 times.
The sound of freedom.
I'm back.
That's good.
We're fixing the intro, and we can't do it anyway because of the F-22 demo. So
How
Oh, I
long
think we
how
can
long
still
does
hear you. Don't worry about it.
how long does that demo last?
About 3
Probably
hours.
another 10 minutes.
What's
About
lasting
three-
10 minutes?
About 3
How
hours.
long does the demo last?
This demo, yeah, another maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then I think probably another 5 minutes, and then the Thunderbirds start at 4, so we're going to have maybe a half an hour,
Okay. Hi, Pip.
and then we'll wait for that to finish, and then we'll do some more.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll try and keep track of timing around all those pauses, but
Yeah, okay. We'll do our best. You know,
Yeah.
we'll it doesn't matter.
do you want to try and make a 2-hour show? What's your?
I would like to make a 2-hour show, but
Okay.
we could do an hour show. We could do a 3-hour show. We could do
No, that's
something in
fine.
between. I don't know. I don't.
I just want to know what I'm just trying to
Yeah, I
time
don't-
it the
I
way you
just
want
don't-
it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Since we have a couple minutes of this, I'm going to sneak outside real quick.
Okay. Yeah, so we're waiting for the end of this, everybody. Do we have a vast internet audience of how many? 2 people? Something like that?
Oh, I think Pip's pitched up. Main man Micah's there.
If you're there, speak up. Internet.
Yeah, internet, we can't hear you.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Yeah.
No, I'm talking
hello.
about the live audience,
Oh, right, okay.
not you guys. We can hear you. Okay, let's see. So you fixed this, did you? Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Here. Also, okay. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to go over here to here. Okay, now I have the intro ready to go. Could it be that they're finished already? I don't know. AJ just stepped outside. So I didn't think you were going to be able to join us until later, Captain Nick.
No, this was the time. This was.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
What
Yeah.
time is
I
it
had
there now
not-
for you?
It's
It's 8:30.
8:30.
Oh, so we're back to 5 hours difference now?
Yeah. I've been for a couple weeks.
Thank you. I got a special sticker.
Special sticker. Oh, very good. I can see a little person on it. That's about it. Oh, it's an Armando. Ah, very good.
Oh,
I love it.
lovely. I love it. Nice.
I think they should have polished his head a bit more there.
Jeff, over on the close to your heart. Is that close to your heart? There you go. That's much better. Right there. I know you love Armando. Pip is drinking Weiss beer and listening Weiss beer. It's probably Weiss beer and listening to a
Yep.
dude playing jazz on the piano
Very nice.
while
Close to
waiting.
my head.
Oh, his hockey training. Is that
Although I'm
field?
not a
Is that
huge
field
fan
hockey
of
or
Weiss
ice
beer.
hockey?
It'll probably be ice.
Oh,
hockey.
Pip's here. Look at that.
Yes, Armando
Hey, man.
is with Jeff. They're at Sun and Fun in Lakeland, Florida.
And main man Micah. Hello, hello. And yeah.
Oh. Yeah, you've been abandoned, Jeff. Field hockey. Okay, got it. I figured it's field hockey, probably.
I decided to mute
I
that
used to
so
play
you would
field hockey. I like field
hear all that jet noise.
I kind of like
You
it,
in an
though.
actual field, Pip?
No, I think he's in a
What?
pub or something.
What's that?
He's a goalie. Ah.
Pip is watching his son play field hockey while he's drinking Weiss beer,
Ah,
listening to a bloke playing jazz and a piano. This is a very odd combination.
Hi, Chuck. Chuck Kelleher. Here he is.
hey, Chuck Kelleher. How's your kitty cat? My favorite animal. man.
Pawing at the screen, I'm sure, Jeff.
Yeah.
And Pip's boy is a Jaylee.
What is that? Oh,
You know,
a Jaily.
One of the
yeah.
nice things about the media center is that it's air
Got it.
conditioned because it's hot outside, but it's now like actually feels like a
Oh my
refrigerator.
God,
in
what
here.
was that?
Somebody opened up the refrigerator and looks like the shelf like collapsed or
Collapsed.
something. And there's,
Too
there's
much
stuff all
beer?
over the-
Too much
all
beer.
over
You
the
better
floor.
drink some of it.
I don't think any. There's no beer in that refrigerator.
Ah,
I know. I'm disappointed too. Yeah. Anyway. So we'll definitely. We'll definitely be doing the that Icelandic
microphone
story
guys.
first, right? Is that what we do?
yeah.
Okay. And then, or we can do the let's do the Icelandic first, and then we'll do the APG
Oh,
players.
Okay, yeah, that's fine with me. It's just because you had numbered it 1, I thought you wanted to do the Southwest.
No, I
first.
just wanted to get it somewhere near the top. I didn't care.
Okay,
Or we could just start off with the APG players. I don't know.
whatever. Hi, Sir Henry, 6946. Who's that?
Okay, I need
I
to.
feel like I should know.
It really is cold in here. Okay.
Jeff's getting chilly. Anybody got a jacket for him or a blanket for the old guy? Little blanket around his
Yeah, the old
shoulders.
guy.
A little shawl. Aw. Now that's a picture. That's a cute picture.
It's a little shawl.
A little shawl.
Share screen. Window. Share screen. Just media key. Share. Okay. And then let me just make sure we can do that. Boom. Okay. And let me go over here. And do
Oh,
that.
Henry from Berlin. Hi, Henry. That's great. Ni-
Okay, you're seeing the video? Okay.
Yep, seeing the video. Yeah.
Okay. Very good, very good. So
It's
we're going to put it
working.
back here. And we're going to go like this and remove it. Okay, beautiful.
Okay, you got your countdown in there somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready, but I guess I'm never
Oh.
going to be ready.
All right.
Did you hear the radio, Roger? That was okay? The volume?
It was good when you
Yes,
played.
it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, it was fine.
Okay.
It was very good.
So everybody watching in the the video, so we're at Sun and Fun, and the three of us, the Three Stooges, are live at Sun and Fun, and for some reason, well, I know the reason.
Alive or live?
Both.
Both. Okay.
Yeah, and so we do have 3 microphones, except that I can't figure out how to get the third one to work. So, well, I know it's wrong. It's just it's too long of a story. I don't have enough time to fix it. So we're going to share 2 microphones between the 3 of us.
Which half is my half?
The fuzzy part.
You guys, this is a CRM test for you guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. This is like one of those leadership challenges. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
When you speak and then the
Teamwork
microphone
makes the
moves
dream
away.
work.
When I pull the microphone away from his mouth, then
That's
it's
when I
time for
can
him to
talk.
stop.
No, that's when I start.
Oh, that's when you start talking.
Yeah.
What's this?
Adnams.
Adnams. Okay.
Extra fizz? Oh, no, established 1872. Got it. Wow.
Okay.
That's some old beer.
Did you
got
guys
there.
have
Green King.
beer in 1872?
Green King is older than that, right?
And also for the
Yeah.
live audience, if you're still hearing us, the air show is going on, so there are going to be moments where we'll just have to stop.
And
wait for them
there's
to-
such a big live audience. They're making a lot of noise. So
Yeah, shall I show them the live
Yeah,
audience?
uh-huh.
Okay. Where is it?
It's non-existent.
The live audience is here.
No, there are actually people in the. We are in the media tent, and there are people having full-blown conversations.
what is older, Nick or the beer? Oh, that's
Very
They're doing
good,
media
very
things.
good.
in
Highly
addition to that-
amusing, Sir Henry.
In addition to that, we are recording during the air show. This is probably bad form, but there will be the Thunder Chickens taking off here. In
oh, there we are. There's the crowd. There they
26
are.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
look at it. It's
It's-
very
it's just-
good.
Wait a minute. I think I hear them applauding.
Oh, a standing ovation. That is so
Oh,
nice.
wow. Yeah,
That
they're
is
cheering?
so nice. Yeah.
Not cheering very loudly.
I think they're laughing now, aren't they, Jeff? Are they laughing?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. They like that joke. Okay.
Let's see. A doctor, a priest, and a pilot walk into a bar. Yeah. Okay.
Don't worry, I have a Julia
Okay.
Roberts joke for later.
All right. Yeah.
Not sure.
Keep
I
that for
don't think
later,
we've cleared
please.
that. Okay.
You ready, Jeff? I'm ready.
Okay. Sure. Let's see what happens.
Cleared for takeoff.
All right.
You're listening to the Airline Pilot Guy Show.
The view from our side of the cockpit door.
WAPG. It's the Airline Pilot Guy.
Airline Pilot Guy episode 704.
Yeah, he's up in the sky. It's the Airline Pilot Guy.
Hello, you're listening to the Airline Pilot Guy show. The view from our side of the cockpit door with your host, Captain Jeff, broadcasting live from Sun and Fun in Lakeland, Florida. Today's show is recorded the week of April 13th, 2016.
Yeah, he's up in the sky. It's the Airline Pilot Guy. Picture light and he's flying by. With the Airline Pilot Guy.
In today's episode, at LAX, 2 trucks apparently cut in front of a taxiing Frontier flight, leading to this reaction from the pilots.
Both of us are just like, oh, shit. We just slammed on the brake. I'm going to have to call the flight attendants to make sure everybody's all right in the back. It was real close.
And an Icelandic air flight reportedly flew below its permitted altitude. Also ahead, more news and your feedback. So get all settled in. Tray tables and seat backs, the upright and lock positions, electronic devices powered on. I'm Radio Roger, and Flight 704 is ready for pushback.
Thank you, Radio Roger. He is an award-winning TV and radio reporter, currently at the #1 all-news station in the nation, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM in
New York City.
Welcome to the Airline Pilot Guy Show. It's an aviation podcast covering the latest in aviation news and answering your great feedback. I'm Captain Jeff, former U.S. Air Force pilot, retired Delta Airlines captain, live from Sun and Fun in Lakeland, Florida. And joining us from across the pond, though, let's introduce him first. From his Garden View studio in
Hartford, Hereford, and Hampshire.
Retired professional dog photographer, former RAF, RAAF fighter pilot, retired Airbus A330, A340 captain for Virgin Atlantic Airways. It's Captain Nick.
Did you call me a retired professional dog?
Yes, he did.
Oh, did I
Interesting
forget the
pause
photographer
there.
part? It's because I started reading the script here, and I'm thinking, I don't know what this is.
AJ, I'm going to sort you out. Hello, everybody.
Nothing to do
Lovely
with
to
it.
be back on the show. And, welcome to 704. Now, 704 reminds me of the NASA trials aircraft called the 704, NASA 704, or otherwise the Bell X-14. Which was a remarkable aircraft. It was a sort of attempt by the American test people to develop a vertical takeoff aircraft. So they sort of made a Frankenstein here with a couple of Beechcraft wings. They used a couple of British turbojets in it, Vipers. And they slapped an all-metal monoplane around it, open cockpit. It could do a full 180 miles an hour, apparently. And it flew vertically and was controlled by some metal flappers that helped direct the thrust produced by the jet engines. It was actually then hijacked by the Apollo pilots who tested or flew it to help prepare them for landing on the moon, because apparently it was about as hard as it got. And so there you go. The Bell X-14 was the 704, the NASA 704.
Fascinating.
Well done.
Thank you, Captain Nick. You must be cold there in England because you're frozen.
Oh no, really?
Now you've come to life.
He thought.
Oh, well, I'm
Yeah.
going to put it down to your Starlink, I'm afraid.
Well, you can blame me. I don't care.
Somebody walked in front of the receiver.
Definitely.
Could be. We have the dish out there in the middle of, I don't know. It could be that people are just knocking it over. I don't know. Anyway, let's continue on with the intros, shall we? Let's see. I'm going to push this one here. From the north woods of the Atlanta suburbs, a race car driver, self-taught chef, commercial multi-engine instrument-rated pilot with an interest in anything with enough horsepower to kill him. It's Alpha Julia.
Hey, Jeff. Glad to be here. Glad to be here with you in Sun and Fun. We made it down okay and having a great time.
Yeah, we have more in our Getting to Know Us segment. We'll talk more about the wonderful flight down from the Atlanta area. We had a blast. And also joining us, I'm just going to keep this same music running. Also here in Sun and Fun, a husband, father, retired U.S. Air Force veteran, Mr. Beast contestant, former airline pilot and now
Winner.
private biz jet captain and biplane rides owner, Armando Carrion.
A little bit later, we're going to tell them about how I'm Richard Gere and you're Julia Roberts, and I took you shopping yesterday so you could accompany me, be my +1 to the gala.
That's true. Stay
tuned.
This sounds fascinating.
Yes.
I'm a bit
it
worried
is.
about you two.
Yeah, well, you should.
Wow.
Be, for sure. Okay. All right. We're going to talk more about what we're doing here and all that later. But first, I should probably stop that music. And fade all. And introduce, of course, our producer, curator. What? Whatever. Okay. I was jumping ahead too far here. Let's see. From her studio in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, retired financier and aviation enthusiast, spreadsheet master, and our producer curator, Liz Piper.
Just checking. There's no sun here, and I'm having some fun, but not nearly as much as those guys are having.
No way.
No
you
way.
can have as
No
much
way,
fun as
Jose.
well. Okay. All right. Thanks for being available to join us today, Liz, because we're really going to need you, because this is going to be a mess.
I'm feeling that. Yeah, because Steph's not available to keep things on the track.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Okay, away we go. I guess we'll
Let's do some news.
Yeah, hang on just a second. Let me remove myself here.
Remove yourself, woman. All right, here we go.
Stand by for news.
Yeah, we can hear you. Okay, so how are we going to do this? We have we're going to start off the show with a bang or a thud.
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Especially with two microphones.
So it's going to be the APG players. I know it may not be your favorite thing to listen to, but it's one of our favorite things to do. Yeah. So I think we're going to start off with. I'm going to be Southwest. You're going to be Tower.
I'm ground.
And you're ground.
Okay.
Is that what we're doing? Okay.
It is now.
Okay. There was something different before, though, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Probably. All right. Okay. So we actually have the real recording of this live ATC audio, but Liz thought it would be better if we reenacted it. So just want to make sure we have all our sound effects ready. Okay, so yeah, setup would be nice. See, that's why we have Liz. So this happened at the Las Vegas International Airport. Oh, our live audience just showed up.
Has joined us.
Wait a minute. We have to show you, give you proof that we have a live audience. Oh, okay.
Scoot over a little bit. Scoot over a little bit.
Yeah.
Right there.
Perfect. Okay. See, there's our live audience.
Supposed to be clapping. Applause!
Oh, yeah.
Applause!
Does anybody have a noisemaker you can blow into? There we go.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you very much, our live audience. I mean, opposing bases, eat your heart out. All right. Yeah. Right? Okay. So let's. Okay. So this happened at Las Vegas International Airport, a Southwest flight taking off to the west, and they're on their initial turnout right after takeoff, and this is where we're going to start our drama and reenactment. Hey, departure, Southwest 568. I'm flying a propeller-powered 737. And then I guess, yeah, go ahead. That was probably ATC.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just a little bit of it was a close call we just had with a Waco, I think. I don't know. What is that?
That's a T6.
Yeah, we just had a close call with a T6. But even more important,
This has already gone off the
It was going so well.
Even more important is that the captain is incapacitated. We have a little captain incapacitation here. We'd like to return.
Southwest 568, clear to Las Vegas via radar vectors. Fly heading 100, climb maintain 7,000, heading 170. Southwest 568, do you need to declare?
No, we'll just take medical priority. Okay, thanks. Yeah, it's just the HUD. The HUD came down and hit him on the head on the takeoff roll. He'd like EMS when we return.
Southwest 568. Okay, let me know when you get a gate, and we'll coordinate it with the company.
Wilco. Southwest 568.
Southwest 568, turn left heading 070, vector visual port.
All right, heading 070, Southwest 568. And then a little bit longer, they go around the pattern and they land safely, and they're now on their landing rollout. And then ATC says,
You're ground. You're Southwest.
Oh, ground?
Southwest says.
Sorry, then Southwest says. This is just going so well. We should have rehearsed it. Yeah.
That's fine. This is great.
Southwest 568, Las Vegas ground, taxi via no, that's the wrong guy. Crown, hello, Southwest 568, clearing runway 26 right. Go on the gate, Charlie 4.
Southwest 568, Las Vegas ground, taxi via Charlie.
What? Ground? Are you from a different generation or something? What, are we back in the 40s?
Southwest 568, your HF is coming in a little broken, but taxi via Charlie.
Our radial engine's running a little rough. I'm sorry, we couldn't really hear you. Anyway, Charlie to the gate, Southwest 568.
Southwest 568, just had a bit of a question. Somebody wants to know the cause of the head injury.
Yeah, it's the captain's. It's a captain's side HUD came down on the takeoff roll and smacked him pretty hard on the head.
Southwest 568, Roger. Something on the captain's side came down, you said?
Yeah. The heads-up display. You know, it's a big unit. That's what they say anyway. Came down, smacked him on the head, and made him see stars, and he started throwing up. It was awful. It was a big mess.
568, Roger.
And scene.
Ta-da!
How did we do? Should we play the actual ATC audio to hear what it really sounded like?
Just for comparison.
I think that should finish with exit stage left, chased by a bear.
Okay, here we go. Let's hear what it actually sounded like.
Side came down through the takeoff roll and smacked him pretty hard on the head.
South 568, Roger, something on the captain's side came.
Hey, departure Southwest 568. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, just a little bit of a captain incapacitation here. We'd like to return.
South 568, clear to Las Vegas via radar vectors, fly heading 170, climb maintain 7,000.
7,000 feet and heading 170 Southwest 568.
Do you need to declare?
Nah, we'll just take medical priority.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, it's just the HUD came down and hit him on the head on the takeoff roll. He'd like EMS when we return.
South 568, okay. Let me know when you get a gate, and we'll coordinate it with the company.
568, welcome.
South 568, turn left, heading 070, vector visual approach.
Alright, heading 070, Southwest 568. Ground hello, Southwest 568, clearing runway 26 right, going to gate Charlie 4.
Southwest 568, Las Vegas ground, taxi via Charlie.
Charlie, you do the gate, Southwest 568.
Southwest 568, just had a question. Somebody wants to know the cause of the head injury.
Yeah, it's the captain's side HUD came down through the takeoff roll and smacked him pretty hard on the head.
Southwest 568, roger, something on the captain's side came down, you said?
Yeah, the heads-up display, it's a big unit, came down, smacked him on the head, and made him see stars, start throwing up.
Southwest 568, roger.
There you go. I think ours was better.
I do like our version better.
Yeah, it was
100%.
more believable.
You know what's great about this is in the initial call up, you can tell the FO is like, do I want to say this on the radio? And I don't know. I wasn't there. We weren't there. But I feel like he's trying not to laugh there when he's talking to ground. He's like, yeah, it's yeah.
So you're not going to believe this, but
Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing to tell you what happened. The sound of aviation. That's what we're bringing you here from live at Sun and Fun. Yes, we hired them, Liz, to fly over just to bring ambiance to our...
We asked them to start at 3:30.
Can we have them at every show? I don't know. I'm starting to kind of rethink the whole thing, that maybe it's not a good idea. But yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll have a meeting. Speaking of flying over, she's giving me a nice cue and segue, and I'm going to find the next thing here. Oh yeah, look at this. This is mostly videos from X, which used to be Twitter. Icelandic pilot under investigation after flying low altitude over the town of Vestmannaeyjar on Saturday. Beautiful. Okay, so Sam Dawson sent this to us. I think probably because he wanted to see how I was going to pronounce this. We got it from a bunch of people. It says, okay, greetings. You'll probably get the story from other sources. Yes, we did. Of course, this one shows a 737 on the page. Yeah. Are you surprised? But at least it's not a Cessna. While the captain probably doesn't care if his license is suspended or revoked.
Yeah, neither do those guys either.
This is so rude. It's so rude. While the captain probably doesn't care if his license is suspended or revoked, the first officer might also face sanctions. The story reminds me of a Northwest Airlines 747 that did a formation flight with a B-24 for the captain's retirement flight. In that case, the company approved the stunt. The FAA was not amused. I'm providing a link from an old airliners.net forum. Okay, so we're going to watch the videos, and then Captain Nick is going to chime in because I think he was very excited about this. Yeah, he has some thoughts for sure. Okay, so why don't you put the video up and see if I can find. Is it? Thank you. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to play the video now. Okay, so we see a low-flying airplane over an Icelandic village.
By low flying, you mean rooftop height.
Rooftop height. But you know what? We have a better view from inside the aircraft. You want to see that? All right, here we go. Over his hometown. Yeah, this airplane sounds like an Yeah, look, that's pretty. Look at how low he is in comparison to the surrounding terrain here. Woo, it's very low.
But it doesn't. The terrain doesn't really slope up abruptly, so.
And he's being sarcastic.
Yes, it's
Yes, it
surrounded
does.
by vertical cliffs.
It says at the end, a harmless final farewell. Well, I don't know. Or a serious lapse in judgment. What do you think, Captain Nick?
Yes. Okay. Now look, I am a poacher turned gamekeeper on this subject because when I was in the military, it was very common for us to do very low fly pasts for almost any occasion. Sometimes it was formal for a kind of air show or an open day for the base, but a lot of it was just because it was perhaps our last flight on the unit or on that squadron before we were posted away. Sometimes it was just the fact that we'd visited another air base, and it was our way of saying thank you for the hospitality as we departed the next day. So it was extremely common. And some of these fly pasts went well. Others sort of didn't happen because I distinctly remember on one of my tours flying the Phantom, I landed the day before I was due to do my last flight on the squadron, and I was unexpectedly greeted by a whole bunch of the pilots in the squadron with champagne, and the boss was there shaking my hand and wishing me well on my next tour. And I said, well, hang on a minute, I haven't done my last flight, that's tomorrow. And they all looked at me and said, oh no, it's not. So they apparently the wheels are nicknamed for the bosses, the flight commanders and the boss had decided that they didn't want me to have a last flight just in case it all went wrong, and they effectively grounded me a day early. So that was
like they knew you.
my experience. Yes, they knew me very well, obviously. Now look, I did that job for 19 years, and I've told stories about being dragged up in front of people and being carpeted for various acts of ill discipline. But I then left the Air Force and of course became a civil airline pilot. Now it's funny that, isn't it? Because all of a sudden your sense of responsibility changes. Instead of flying a jet fighter and going around with you on your own, or perhaps a navigator in the back, egging you on, you have a different attitude towards taking risks than you do when you are put in charge of a damn great big airliner, hundreds of tons, often hundreds of people on board who are expecting you to take them as safely as you possibly can from A to B. And whilst I gather there is sympathy for this captain who wanted to display his flying skills for a final time in the aircraft he'd been flying for this airline, I don't really think that this is something that should be encouraged. I feel dreadfully sorry for his first officer, who may well be at the beginning of their career, and now they've got this dreadful black mark because they participated, perhaps unwillingly, we don't know, in this stunt, which, I'm going to say it, endangered the aircraft, the crew, and all the passengers. Because if you're going to do one of these things, if you're going to do a fly past, you need to plan and prepare it properly. You need to review where you're going to do it. You need to check to see what obstacles you might be unaware of. So you're looking at detailed maps to see whether there are wires stretching across a valley, whether there are thin aerials poking up. You set yourself a realistic minimum height. You check the weather to make sure it's absolutely fine for what you're going to do. You set yourself weather minimums, and then with all that in mind, your track through this particular over this town carefully worked out so that you avoid all the high terrain and you don't have anything in front of you. You go through the possibilities of the things that might go wrong, like you're going over a seaside town or a town near water where there are a lot of water birds. What happens if you lose an engine? Would you have the climb performance on one engine to get away from the terrain? And if you've done all of that, then at least you can say he had a modicum of safety in the back of his mind when he did this. But this is a stunt. It should never, ever be considered something that is approved or that is allowable, because if somebody else has a go and they don't do it as well, thinking, well, this guy got away with it, I'm going to do that as well on my last flight. Eventually, someone's going to cock it up, and we're going to have an almighty disaster on our hands. So, no sympathy with this bloke. I think the police should throw the book at him and make him an example.
Yeah, Nick. Even in the military, you had a single seat or a 2-seat background. I come from crew aircraft. I never flew, small single-seaters, and we have a long history in the military. When you give the keys to a $30 million aircraft to a young aviator in their 20s, inevitably there's an outlier that's going to try to do something weird with it, and we have I don't even know countless documented cases of young aviators trying to roll, aileron roll, barrel roll airplanes that are not meant to do that, King Airs, biz jets, things like that. And aside from the extreme something going wrong, fatality thing like that, the taxpayers have given you you're a steward of taxpayer money, and if you bend the frame of an airplane that is 10, 20, 30 million dollars just because you wanted to go, see how it aileron rolls, it's just not a great place to be. And there's a lot of respect and deference to the aircraft commander. So when you're flying in a crew aircraft, the back end crew often just defers to the captain. If the captain is allowing that kind of behavior off the reservation type thing, it's never turns out. I mean, often it turns out with no issue, but it's an issue.
Yeah, quite right.
Even if it goes well, it's still not helping the problem.
Yeah, it's called airmanship discipline. It's important.
Yeah, and just because it's your last flight, it does not give you carte blanche to spoil what was a fantastic career with the awful things that are going to happen to this bloke, which I suspect are going to happen to this bloke, but also to his first officer, who they're going to wonder why they didn't actively deter him, do something about it. But there you go.
Yeah. As you can see, the banner scrolling at the bottom of the video is showing that the Thunderbirds, the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds demonstration team, I thought was supposed to start their show around 4 o'clock, right?
They're scheduled for 4 o'clock, but it is the Thunderbirds. So
it is the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, you know what the Air Force is like.
Yeah, they're doing their marching thing. Yeah.
Tight flight suits. Very tight.
Very
tight flight suits.
Yeah. Anyway.
Takes them a second to get up into the cockpit.
Yeah, we're going to carry on. And until we are. Oh yeah, we're going to Armando. On. Carry on. Ba-doom. Yeah, that's pretty funny, I think. Anyway, it was bad, but that's what we do here. Bad comedy. All right, I guess we can move on. I just wanted to throw out a warning to everyone that we might have to pause.
When we suddenly go silent, that's why.
Yes. C is not bad. Can we just cover just quickly? No, yeah, I think you're right. D, C, collision 2, de-icing news. Yeah, let's do D. All right. This one is from NBC, LosAngeles.com. And we also have some audio to go along with it. But let me set it up a little bit. Here's a pull quote. "We had to slam on the brakes. Frontier Jet has a close call with service trucks at LAX. In a recorded transcript of air traffic control communications, the pilot alerted ground controllers that 2 trucks had cut in front of the aircraft on the taxiway, forcing the crew to brake suddenly. All right, so let's go ahead and play a little bit of audio so we can hear it. And you don't have to change the screen, Liz. You can just leave it like that. And here we go.
We had 2 trucks just cut us off. We had to slam on the brakes not to hit them.
Who's asking? Is that Frontier?
Yeah, it's Frontier.
At the service road. Frontier, do you have eyes on them? Which direction are they going?
They were going eastbound.
Eastbound, and they're still there next to you?
One turned off, one kept going, I think. One turned left, one kept going straight.
Okay, do you have any markings, company name or anything like that on them?
No, it happened so fast. Both of us are just like, holy shit. And we just slammed on the brakes. I'm going to have to call the flight test, make sure everybody's all right in the back. It was real close, as close as I've ever seen.
Whoa. A Frontier's airline flight bound for Atlanta from LAX had a close call with service trucks while taxiing Wednesday night, Los Angeles. I think we talked about that just a minute ago. Yeah, so I don't know, really. That's pretty much it. Anything to comment on?
It sounded like they mentioned that they were on a service road, and there's a lot of areas on bigger airports like LAX, Atlanta, Hartsfield, that there are the non-movement area where vehicles and airplanes are both moving around without getting clearance to go where they're going from ground control or any other controlling person or agency, right? So it's sort of there's written rules as well as unwritten rules. So vehicles moving around are required to give way to all aircraft, and they're required to be paying attention. So basically, you see an airplane, no matter what, you let them go first. You don't pull out in front of them, so on and so forth. At the same time, aircraft are looking for vehicles, but there's dedicated places where they're supposed to be. But it's a little bit Wild West. There's no ground controller giving clearance to this airplane and telling this vehicle to hold short and so on and so forth. So it's kind of like coming up to a 4-way yield sign if you're driving your car. You got to be paying attention and just being situationally aware. So.
Yeah, I think most of the time, places like Las Vegas, Atlanta, you mentioned, there's thousands and thousands of employees, and there's hundreds of vehicles on the ramp out there, and the only training you really get is the slideshow when you're getting your badge and you go through AOA training.
AMA.
Yeah.
Yeah, aircraft movement area.
And then it's up to your supervisors to give you the on-job training and show you the markings, what they look like in real time. So I think this probably happens more often. Maybe not this close, but it probably happens more often than we think.
I can't speak for any other airports, but the AMA training at Hartsfield is actually fairly in-depth. Because they've had some incidents in the past, and they've really tightened the process you have to go through. I'm actually in the middle of going through that process right now, and it's not insignificant, the amount of testing that there is before you're ever given the keys to a car. And you're given the keys to a car with someone with you, just like flight training. You don't just get to solo right off the bat. You're out there with an instructor and a trainer for the first multiple days of your drive, your multiple shifts. So it's a bit to it, but there are plenty of, as we said, outliers, right? So just because they did the training right doesn't mean they're going to act right once they're alone.
No, quite right, guys. Now, I was doing my very first Chicago, and I was taxiing out. It was a really slow taxi because it was slushy and icy after recent snowfall. The big banks of snow everywhere. We got big wings to make sure our engines are clear of the snowbanks, etc. And we've been given a taxi clearance, and as we came out of the ramp, we were cut up by a 737 doing about 50 knots. Now, I'll give you one guess as to which airline that was.
I have an idea. Not Delta.
No, it wasn't Delta. No.
Yeah.
What was that? Yeah, Southwest. Absolutely. And I don't know what the hell he thought he was doing, but it came very close.
He needed rudder authority.
Whistled past us.
I will say, when I was on
security just came in.
Oh gosh, here we go. Jeff, they're looking for you. When I was in high school, my first job ever was actually working for United Airlines, and I was working the ramp. I was throwing bags and whatnot. And I will say, at big airports, there's the whole Nick, the holding positions in the alleys and the lanes where the gates are. Sometimes airplanes are holding there you know, the beacon's on, it's running, but ground or company is holding them there, and it is hard to know. Is it going to move? Is it not going to move? Is it going to move? Is it not going to move before they get out into the movement area? And you know, especially when there's big delays and things, like as somebody operating a vehicle, often I wondered, is like, is it safe to go? Right.
There's a lot of question marks floating over your head. Yeah, for sure. It definitely didn't make anything less, for sure. But so what happened with LaGuardia was in a movement area, in a controlled area with specific clearances. So it didn't change a lot. I don't think that I noticed for the non-movement areas, the uncontrolled areas. The training has remained the same. The kind of the typical, what's the word I'm looking for? The traditional behaviors and things that are expected have remained the same.
All right. Anything else before we move on? No. Okay. B?
C.
C. I'm sorry. I'm having trouble hearing Liz. Okay. Okay, got it.
Do you see it?
I do see C. CC. Senor. You're wrong. Okay. Which one do you want then?
So, Liz, you were wrong about being wrong?
C. Oh, okay.
I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken.
Okay. Let's continue then with this next one from Aviation Break, I guess, BRK. We're still not sure exactly what that stands for. Aviationbrk.com. Actually, no. It's on X. I did this the last time we covered something from Aviation BRK. Anyway, NTSB report says that a United Airlines Boeing 737-800 collided with two de-icing trucks at Denver after the jet started taxiing prematurely. That's embarrassing.
It happens to everyone, Jeff.
I know. Having apparently believed de-icing was complete, the aircraft was preparing for a service to Nashville on 6 March when the incident occurred. According to the flight crew statements, they were parked at de-ice pad C, spot C5, while de-icing procedures occurred. The flight crew stated they were engaged in a conversation. When the first officer heard the de-ice team communicate their post-de-ice briefing, the captain was unsure if the clearance was for their flight, but the first officer acknowledged the post-de-ice brief and read back the pertinent details, specifically that all de-ice vehicles were behind the clearance lines. The flight crew conducted the post-de-ice checks and received clearance to taxi from air traffic control on a different frequency. The flight crew began to taxi, and then they felt the aircraft collide with something. The flight crew stopped the aircraft and contacted the de-ice team on the radio. At that time, the flight crew was informed that they had not been cleared to exit the de-ice pad and that they had collided with two de-ice trucks. Yeah. Wow. It's not a good thing. And I can see that happening. It's very, very chaotic when you're getting de-iced, and especially places like Denver when you have several de-icing vehicles out there and you have a lot going on the de-ice frequency, and you're also listening on the other frequency either to your company or ATC ground, and it's easy to get distracted, and it's easy to hear something and think that they're talking to you, and they're really not. So you have to be extra special careful when you're in the de-icing pad and before you start actually moving out of it. And apparently didn't work out so well for this flight.
No,
Here
the
come
main
the Thunderbirds right on cue.
The Thunderbirds.
Good time.
Yeah.
The main question I had, Liz, was, you really want to hear the transcript from the radio communications to see whether they were using standard phraseology, whether they had the formal declaration of post de-icing checks, whether they were all using call signs correctly, because, this is the sort of area where a miscommunication can lead to a lot of damage and a threat to life, because these guys on their towered with their, big de-icing fluid hoses, they've got a long way to fall if someone bangs into them. And, you could easily have severely injured or even killed these guys. So if there's any doubt, there's no doubt. You sit on your hands until you've been absolutely certain that you have got a proper clearance.
Absolutely.
Sit on your hands, not someone
Oh,
else's hands.
I thought he just told me to sit on my hands. What?
It was a hand for you.
Oh, it was on my hand. I don't want to sit on your hand. Not yet. Okay. Let's see. Anything else to say, or shall we move on, Liz?
I think it sounded like it was kind of purely miscommunication.
Yeah, I think that's enough news. Okay, yeah, that'll be more fun than doing news stuff. More fun to talk about ourselves. Yeah. That part of the show. It's that segment of our show that we like to call Getting to Know Us, where we can share what we've been up to between episodes. And I think we have a lot of stuff to share.
We did one or two things in the past 3 or 4 days.
So how do we want to do this? Yeah. Well, do we want to stop for a moment?
Well, the good news is that the Thunderbirds don't do a lot of slow, high alpha flybys, so they're in and out pretty quick through the box.
So we might be able to get some stuff.
I think we can get, especially since some of this is going to be video that we're playing, and
That's
we can
true.
mute during that.
Famous last words.
No idea what you said. I don't know if you know, Armando, there's a jet flying over. That makes it better. Yes, talking to the dead microphone.
It is a 45-minute show.
Oh, really?
There is that.
45-minute show. Oh, great.
They can put that much.
Does
gas
that
in
include all the
F-15?
marching around, though?
I don't think
they
it
probably
includes the
had half
marching
an
around.
hour of marching.
It's a half an hour plus the 45 minutes in the air, so hour 15. Well, we'll see what we can do here. Okay, so I'll let you start off, AJ.
So we went flying, and we decided to come down to this air show, which you may or may not hear in the background. We jumped to the 206 with Jeff and myself and Mr. Ben Singer and Mr. Stephen Dunn, and piled most all of our worldly possessions in the back of the 206 and took them all down to Sun and Fun. It's a sound.
We could turn this into a drinking game. if we had beers every time we have to pause for a
I
jet
thought
engine.
Sun and Fun was a drinking game.
Yeah, well, I mean
the whole
thing. Well, last night was a.
Well, I'm playing already, Armando.
Yeah, Nick's winning.
Go on. Anyway.
Anyways, so we flew down on Wednesday morning. We didn't get here quite as fast as we could have had we brought an F-16, but we could have put more, less stuff. So it's a trade-off. But anyway, flew down, and ironically, we're delayed in the entry and the arrival into Sun and Fun due to the arrival of the Thunderbirds that we're listening to right now, which are mildly delaying our show. They're just having an effect on us this week, I guess. So we have I think we've got a video clip of our arrival, or one of the incidents that happens to me every single time I fly. If this type of thing doesn't happen, I don't think I can log the flight. So we managed to have a little bird avoidance situation, but the comments made were a little bit interesting, a little bit funny. So here's that.
Cherokee left base, excellent job. This is the best arrival we've ever seen for today. Go ahead and start that left base all the way back around towards the green dot, land at or after the orange dot. Good job.
Set the bar high.
Cessna over the V-shaped building, turn downward, start the descent.
Oh, there's the V-shaped building.
Sorry, slight technical difficulties. That was the incorrect video. Should be the one that says bird avoid.
Let's try this one.
I got a high wing, half mile east of Stack Rock, your wings. Great, whoa, that was an amazing rock. I thought you were
Say
going to...
all the good stuff, Jeff.
Try this one.
Try that one.
Cherokee left base, excellent job. This is the best arrival we've ever seen for today. Go ahead and...
Okay. Let me put the bird. Okay. Hang on.
Hold. Stand by. One moment.
Tell her to take it out of the...
Liz, can you... Thank you. in the brief intermission, please enjoy the sounds of freedom.
Have those airplanes gone off into the instrument pattern to do a few ILSs or what?
Some of them go away, and then they come back, and then some other ones go away, and then they come back, and then they all come in together, and then they all go apart. It's quite a whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually with Nick on this one. I feel like it should actually be louder and more consistent. It doesn't sound like their regular show.
Well, so they do that thing where they all kind of disappear, then they have the solo sneak up from the back.
Yeah.
And it's got to be quiet for
Side by
that to happen
side.
and really surprise people.
Going over tape.
But no, yeah, there's feels like it is a little bit quiet.
Bird.
Yep, found it.
Okay, hang on. Dollar, we'll have it on there for in a second. We'll have it there in a second. Okay, put it back on the stage, please. Oh, never mind. I have to share it first.
Chat room, you guys are troopers hanging in there.
This must be fascinating.
They always are. They're used to this. Don't. There's a lot of jets in there.
It was there.
It
went away.
We have a wonderful guest that is apologizing for speaking. Well, there is that.
We had to ask him a couple times what he said.
All right.
Okay, do you want to introduce
Set
us
it up.
again?
So we were talking about on the way in, we were delayed by the Thunderbirds, and then we had our own bird to avoid. So we'll see if this is going to work this time. I think we're ready.
No, side by side, going over take. I don't want to send anybody back. They had a lot of holding there earlier.
Woo! Nice.
You're going to fly from Panacea Flight to the Fun Tracks racetrack, then 2.1 mile east of the North Shore Power Plant. I need you to fly directly over the power smokestack.
I mean, is it a flight without AJ avoiding a bird?
And the biggest thing,
Can you even log the time?
GPS.
Can you even log the time?
Or I need you to turn fire.
That's why we had to hold so many times.
Yeah, we're waiting on the bird to get here.
Now east of the smokestack, rock your wings.
That was the Thunderbird.
There you go. That's good rock.
It would have been thunder if we hit it.
Pick up by 4 southwest, make sure your gear's down.
We had a nice little quick, would you call that a jink?
Yeah, it was a little jink.
Yeah.
Nothing like that jink
Not a
the
jive.
previous time.
Not a jive,
No.
just a jink.
Yeah, for sure. But birds were called out. We were looking intently for birds because that seems to be a thing that happens when AJ flies airplanes.
I don't know what it is. It's something in my natural musk that brings
but
them out.
It was definitely a thunderbird. And I don't know if you heard that in the background. I was in the back seat and I went, woo! It was fun. Yeah. So we have more, though.
Yep. So then we progressed from there, and on the arrival into Sun and Fun, you are basically, you don't talk on the radio. You monitor the frequency. They call you out by your type of aircraft, which we'll see is a good and possibly slightly troubled method of contacting aircraft, but we'll see that in a minute. But in order to respond, when they call you on the radio, you are told to rock your wings. And so we got a little video and the audio of us rocking our wings, getting called into the air show.
I got a high wing, half mile east of the stack, rock your wings. Great, whoa, that was an amazing rock. I thought you were going to barrel roll it out there. Fly direct to the stack, pick up by 4 southwestbound, and you turn south for the airport prior to the golf course. Keep that off your right side. Sets you up for a beautiful downwind for 10 left. That would be the skinny runway, the one with the dots. When you're west of the lake, monitor the tower on 35.22.5. Welcome to Sun and Fun. And where are you from, by the way?
Atlanta.
Hey, that's where I'm from. I work Hartsfield.
I work right next door at the SRO.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, why don't you make a slight right turn, you 10 to the right, pick up by 4.
Yeah, I went about 450 miles away to get away from the Atlanta controllers, and then I ended up talking to an Atlanta controller. What are the odds of that?
Somebody in our chat room now?
Oh, yeah, our friend Bravo Kilos there might know that controller. You'll have to connect us, BK, if you've got his contact info. That'd be great.
Nice.
So then after that, once you get cleared in from there, you come into the pattern, and they call your downwind turn, they call your descent, and then they tell you when to turn base and your landing clearance. And the landing is not you are cleared to land on this runway, but you're cleared to land on this particular spot on this runway, and they have different color circles painted on the runway that they'll give you a clearance to land on. So we'll hear that here. And there's also a slight misidentification. We're in a Cessna 206, which is a fairly large high-wing Cessna. And another very common Cessna is a Cessna 172, and they have very similar profiles, not as many windows on the 172, but it's also known as a Skyhawk. And
what is this one, the 206, known as?
206 is known as a stationair.
Stationair, like a station wagon?
Like a station wagon. Like,
okay.
Yeah, and it acts apropos to the name, yes?
Yeah.
So we'll hear him call us a Cessna, and then you're going to hear him call us a red-tailed Skyhawk. And there was a little confusion for us as to who he was talking about.
Cherokee left base, excellent job. This is the best arrival we've ever seen for today. Go ahead and start that left base, turn all the way back around towards the green dot, land at or after the orange dot. Good job.
Set the bar high.
Cessna over the V-shaped building, turn downwind, start the descent.
Oh, there's the V-shaped building.
Kind of a soft V.
Yeah, soft V. Okay. Oh,
10 degrees left. I think he's going to be turned inside Amazon.
Red-tail Skyhawk, start the descent.
We're going, huh?
Red-tail Skyhawk, start that left base. Left base, turn all the way back around towards the green dot.
So this should be the
Red-tail Skyhawk, start the left base, turn now.
I don't see him.
Even Ben Cummins.
Come on, Skyhawk,
I don't see
all
him.
the way back around to the left.
He's talking to you.
Base, turn all the
We
way
all
back towards
had
the green dot.
almost simultaneous
Good
ability.
base turn, aim
he's
for the green
talking to
dot,
us.
lane at or after the orange dot. High-speed taxi all the way down to the end.
Red-tail Skyhawk was us. Yeah.
So you end up with a very low, not
All right, we're
standard
clear to land on
geometry
the
pattern.
orange dot.
About 45
to the
degrees
green dot.
impact towards the taxiway we're using as a runway.
Yellow Cessna just turned into the downwind, start the descent.
If you're watching the video, you'll see some big green and orange circles on the taxiway. And those are our
Yellow Cessna, good job. Turn base now, keep the descent. All the way back around towards the green dot. All aircraft southwestbound on the procedure plan to overfly the cake-shaped water tower and then overfly the V-shaped building left traffic runway 10 left. Aim for the green dot, lane at or after the orange dot.
probably gone wrong. But at Sun and Fun and I.
Cessna over the V-shaped building, turn downwind, start the descent. Good job, Yellow Cessna. All the way back around, skinny runway, land at or after the orange shot. High-speed taxi all the way down to the end.
Comment about making my best impression of Harrison Ford.
Yes. Did you see that? The reflection of the orange dot go into the windscreen? Perfect. It was a very, very nice landing, for sure.
It worked out. Blind squirrel, nut. Happens every once in a while. So we arrived. We taxied the 6.5 miles back towards Kissimmee, where they had us park, and we got all of our stuff unloaded. Amazingly, they brought us a courtesy shuttle, so we didn't have to bring 400 pounds of gear across the 3 miles of grass and swamp to get back to where our rental car was. But it was overall, I think the arrival went pretty well. I'm sure Armando has some comments on.
No, actually, I have a question.
I have an answer.
So I've never flown the procedure here into Sun and Fun, and so you're supposed to be doing this visually. There's a lot of us that listen to the show that have never done anything like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
We hear about the procedure into Oshkosh and Sun and Fun, but so are you looking fully outside? Are you looking at a device? Are you looking at Garmin Pilot or ForeFlight to see the traffic around you?
You are 95% outside. So you are using ADS-B, but Oshkosh and Sun and Fun as well. They have a high attraction for every type of aircraft and a lot of things that don't have electrical systems. So Cubs and
home builds,
all kinds of home builds, stuff that doesn't require ADS-B. Ultralights are out there. There's Champs. All these things, like I said, they don't ever have electrical systems, so they're wavered from having ADS-B. So the only way to see them is by looking out the window. You do have a lot of ADS-B that's become so prevalent, being required in so many places that it's a great tool to have, but you do still have to look out the window. And also your visual points. As you mentioned, this is a visual arrival, so you're told to go to certain points, and you have to look out the window to see them because they do exist in the database. So you can type in the
VP
fix,
Fantasy, VP Lakes,
exactly, yeah. So you type in Fantasy of Flight or Lake Parker or one of the if the arrival gets really busy, my favorite fix out here is called MNO. It's middle of nowhere. Go to the middle of nowhere. Start there. Okay, it's kind of a fun sentence to say to somebody on an airplane. So,
would you recommend people do it with another pilot, with another set of eyes in the?
Absolutely, at minimum, another pilot, another set of eyes in the airplane is absolutely a huge thing. Trying to do it solo. I've flown into Oshkosh single pilot, and you are very busy. You're a one-arm paper hanger. You got a lot going on. Yeah. So, having another pilot is fantastic. Ideally, if it's your first time especially, have someone who has done the arrival because they're going to be a lot calmer, a lot less task saturated. They're going to know what's about to happen and be able to help guide you through that. Even if they're just along for the ride, have them there as that resource for sure. Yeah.
I was supposed to fly down here. We'll talk about that in a second, but I actually practiced the arrival as soon as the NOTAM came out on Flight Simulator, right? Which is pretty good, photography.
Great visuals.
Photogrammetry, right? So you can see that V-shaped building. You can see the middle of nowhere. You can see the Fantasy of Flight airstrip. But, sitting here talking to you, I was going to do it for the first time ever by myself in an open cockpit biplane with no... I can't have a phone or an iPad out. So it was going to be all visual and by myself for the first time. So maybe not, huh?
It can be done. It's just it's a big task for sure. So it's good.
It's good for APG world. Everybody should do it. Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Just read the directions.
You would have nailed it.
Oh, thanks.
Tanya asks in our live audience, this is the same procedure as Osh, right? Oshkosh?
It is similar. Same concepts as far as you monitor the frequency, you rock your wings to respond. You don't actively call air traffic control to say, hey, I'm here, I'm inbound. You fly in, they pick you out with binoculars, they call you out, they tell you to rock your wings. That part is the same. The procedures themselves, the holding patterns and procedures they have up there are very different. They have multiple runways. They're crossing runways, so there's multiple ways to approach that airport. They've got parallels and a crossing runway, so it can be even more complicated. But Oshkosh puts out a fantastic notice, and with text description, visuals, maps, everything you can imagine. So the biggest pitfall that people run into flying into Sun and Fun or flying into Oshkosh is that they don't read the directions. Read the notice, understand the notice, put it under your pillow the couple nights before you fly down. Just really, really know that notice backwards and forwards. And the procedure is not that hard. If you're trying to read the directions as you're approaching the airport, it doesn't go well. And many of you have found those videos on YouTube or those reels on Instagram that are that pilot that, do you have the notice? Oh, no, I forgot it back at the airport. And they're the ones that get blasted all over the internet because they just didn't read the directions.
When we were coming in,
they're getting closer.
Yeah.
Was it worth the extra money to have them fly the Thunderbirds while we did the show?
I was not aware that they would be that loud, and next time we'll reconsider the whole thing. But when we were coming in, there was a pilot that was having a discussion with air traffic control, and I think he said something like,
It sounded like he had been turned away from the arrival. He had attempted to come in, and they said, "Yeah, why don't you go land at one of these other airports a couple miles away and see if you can pull the NOTAM up on your phone or on your iPad? Why don't you read that and then try and come back?"
And when he did, he said, the ATC guy said, "So did you have a chance to look at the procedure
at the notice and understand it a little bit better?" But this is one thing I will say. The ATC, all the guys that come down here are all volunteer. They are being paid, but they are volunteering. They put their names up to come to these air shows. So they put their name in the hat. They apply and they get accepted, and then they go through training. And that's a whole nother. We can do a whole show on how the ATC is selected to do these air shows. But they are fantastic. They will accept these guys. They will get these guys down on the ground safely. They're not. They don't get angry. They don't get worked up about it. They don't get upset. They just go, you know what? We'll take you as you come. We're going to get you where you need to be. We're going to do everything we can to help you. And it's really amazing how patient they are. Because I couldn't be that patient if I was that controller dealing with the guy who didn't read the directions. No, go away. Get out of my problem.
Yeah, they're very good. They are very reassuring and making it as laid back as they can.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's see. Jordan says, are controllers from JFK prohibited?
Yes, flatly. For Sun and Fun, they actually pull from the southeast to start with, and then they start expanding out. I don't think they've ever gotten that far.
So I was actually at the NATCA tent. They were doing a safety talk, and 3 of the controllers that I know, one is from Chattanooga, one from Savannah, and one from Charlotte. So I think they're more kind of southeast, bless your heart friendly.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, Oshkosh, you'll get a few more from the northeast and the northern part of the country, but they're all still that same kind of attitude, that same really relaxed, really helpful. So
sweet. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was a blast. Yeah, I'll let you continue on with our activities for the week.
Oh well, I mean we arrived and flashed up the card that says where we're going to be parking. We were going to Gap. I don't know. I was looking for the Gap. I didn't see it. Oh, it stands for General Aviation Parking, I guess. And so we ended up out there, and then AJ looks out and he goes, what the heck are all these loud jets doing here? No, he didn't do that. He goes, I think that where we have to pick up our rental car is like a couple miles away from where we're parked. And we were able to get the folks that marshaled us in and parked us to call for a shuttle. Van came out there and picked us up, and we put all our stuff in it. We had a lot of stuff, a lot of podcast equipment, a Starlink dish that we're using right now for this live recording. And we got in the thing, and it took a while, but we finally figured it out.
We went to the place where the rental cars were, but not our rental car. Our rental car was in a different rental car lot, even though it was the same company at the same airport. So yeah, we had to go not only the 2 miles to that place, but then the 4 miles circumnavigating the entire airport to get over to the main terminal.
Yeah. Well, we got there eventually. We got the car, got a Kia Soul, and
we did have a couple other options. You remember what the other options were?
Like 3 other Kia Souls.
Yeah, he said, well, I might have something bigger. Let me see. He goes, I've got a Kia Soul, or I've got a Kia Soul, or I've got a Kia Soul. I said, why don't we just take the Kia Soul?
Very decisive. So that's what we ended up with. We packed up that thing, and then what the heck? What did we do after that? We ended up going to eat something, I think. Didn't we? At the crab restaurant, seafood?
Yeah, that's right. We went to Mr. and Mrs. Juicy Crab.
Mr. and Mrs. Juicy Crab. I think we actually saw that couple at the gala. Yeah.
We'll get to that story in a moment. Grab something to eat and then jetted our way back to Comanche Town.
Yeah, we just hung out, drank a lot of beer.
A lot.
And then we watched the night show. That was Wednesday night. So
that was
it was
the
a night air show.
Which is phenomenal. They do a night air show on Wednesday and on Saturday. Fireworks, drones are everywhere. They attach tremendous amounts of explosives and fireworks to airplanes. And unlike the military, who removes the explosive big boom thing from the airplane and then makes it go boom, these guys like to make it go boom and keep it attached to the airplane. So there's sparks and fireworks that are attached to the aircraft as they're flying around doing loops and rolls and all kinds of maneuvers. It's absolutely phenomenal to see. So if you've never seen a night air show, absolutely find a way to go find a night air show.
And it was very, very similar to what you would see at Oshkosh. The night,
yes, very similar.
Night air show there.
A lot of the same performers attend both events.
Yeah, so that's what we did on Wednesday. Let's see, yesterday was Thursday. And we kind of made our way here mid-morning, and then
after the trip back to Orlando for Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, so, and I'm not complaining, but AJ ended up getting us a very nice B&B. It works perfectly for us.
It's very nice by central southern Florida.
Yeah, it was a very nice double wide trailer, and but it's really for a double wide trailer, it's very nice.
It's actually it is quite well appointed.
Yes. No tornado. Yeah, I don't think we looked at the weather, and I think we're going to be okay. Yeah. But there's nothing nearby. So to get coffee in the morning, it takes some time. But we got some coffee and some.
We're getting some signals. The Thunderbirds may be wrapping up.
Our field reporters walked back in and said they're at the end of the show.
The problem is we have to choose between having field reporters or an audience. That's you guys. So where were we? We were on the way to Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, we did the thing and got the coffee, and we finally made it over here back to the Sun and Fun
Expo
show,
Aerospace Expo.
Yeah, and Thursday morning.
This is Thursday lunchtime.
Well,
at this point.
but now, yeah, it's kind of midday at this point. And yeah, we ended up meeting. Richard Brooks, APG community member. We met him at the at a beer tent. I think we would call that the beer tent.
That would be the beer tent.
Yeah, and then some dude. I don't know. You may have heard of him. Armando, carry on.
Oh, this is
Carry on, Armando.
We start the story at the beer tent.
It's appropriate.
Very appropriate.
Well, so hold on. We start the story by I texted Armando and I said, "Hey, did you make it to Sun and Fun?" He goes, "Yep, I'm at the beer tent," and I went, surprised.
Yeah, that's it.
So then we both went kind of this way, and we went over here and tried to meet him, and he came over here to try to meet us, and then we went back, and then we went back again.
I mean,
and then he had to go back to work.
Yeah. This is all new to me, and I'm learning how to navigate having to do engagements. So I came down to Sun and Fun courtesy of a couple of sponsors with everything that's happened in the last year. So I am very much learning how to navigate like hitting appearances and times and doing meet and greets and signing autographs for 15-year-olds while like this is actually my first Sun and Fun. So I'm trying to enjoy
Still
the show
watch the airplanes going around.
But I'm just walking around with a Sharpie in my pocket and some stickers that Jeff's I give young deserving little boys stickers. So it's interesting. My Sun and Fun experience is a little bit different because I wanted to fly my Waco down, but being the previous owner had the annual in April. Let's not pan the camera down. So the previous owner had the annual in April, which is a terrible time for an open cockpit biplane.
It's the worst time.
Flying time. So I knew in the back of my head, I was like, I don't think it's going to be done in time for Sun and Fun. And I was trying to tell my maintenance team, I was like, I don't want to rush you, but I'm supposed to leave on Tuesday for Sun and Fun. And then Monday came and they said they, needed a widget from the factory, but all the factory guys are here, right? Literally the parts guys we had dinner with last night at the gala. So nobody's in Battle Creek, Michigan to answer the phone to get parts. So I knew it. So I flew commercial down, got a rental car in Orlando, came down, and it has been really interesting for me to navigate. Jeff's been famous for years and years and years and gets flowers, roses thrown at him as he walks the streets of Sun and Fun. But it's fun. It's fun. The whole reason I did the last year was to kind of bring aviation to people that wouldn't otherwise, right? So it's mostly kids. And I've been doing some pretty cool meet and greets and getting to shake hands and kind of be on the periphery of that whole YouTube thing. So yeah, I did meet and greets at Flying Eyes Optics and Waco Aircraft because Waco Aircraft is it's an older demographic, right? to be fair, right? It's a great air. I did try to get him to buy a Waco, a Great Lakes, or a Junkers, but yeah, exactly. That's you. No, I'm just kidding. So I think they're excited to have somebody that has like this YouTube social media presence be a Waco aircraft owner because it injects a little bit of youth into their brand. And it was fun today to talk to ROTC cadets and young Eagles that are walking around here and say, yeah, man, I was the guy from Mr. Beast. but also my dream airplane is this airplane right here, and it's a 1933 design made out of wood and fabric. And the kids, they're like, what? It's made out of wood and fabric? And then you show them. They have this great display inside that you guys saw of a wing opened up, and it's like Jeff was in there getting the whole spiel, and it's like 3 people that have worked at the factory for 30 years, and one guy does the wings and the wing ribs, and one lady does the fabric, and one guy does the paint, and they've been there for years and years. So it's pretty cool to expose the young kids to that, and that has been mostly my Sun and Fun experience, just kind of running from engagement to engagement, which is fun. It's new for me.
It keeps you busy, though. Keeps you out of trouble.
Yeah. Waco is a title sponsor of Sun and Fun, and we had tables down. They had invited me to go to this gala, which was a blast. Jeff can tell you about some of the fun parts of it, but I actually asked them, hey, can I get a +1? Can I bring a date? And as much as we want to advertise the APG show, and he had his Acme shirt on, I was like, hey, Jeff, do you have a collared shirt? Because this is a pretty high-end gala inside the Florida Air and Space Museum, or the Florida Air Museum. So at the end of the show, Sun and Fun, all the vendors close at around... Yeah, all the vendors close around 5 p.m., and I think at 4:57 p.m., we ran into the nearest vendor that had a collared shirt, which was Textron. And I was like, Jeff, I will literally buy you a Beechcraft shirt right now if you will throw it on in the car, and then you're my +1 for this gala. Yeah, Textron Textiles, exactly. So Jeff can take it from there, but it was really fun.
Oh, it was. Yeah, as you said,
it was a charity event.
Got right right before the bell rang.
Just under the wire.
Just under the wire, and so got my collared shirt. I mean, I brought collared shirts, but they were all at the B&B, which is like 2 hours away or something. It was not quite. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but just a little bit. So it was Armando's +1, and we went over to the gala bash auction, all that kind of stuff. And I know, did you want to play the video of the auction where the
I think we could just talk about it.
Yeah, it's probably best to talk about it. Yeah.
I think we need to discuss with our field reporters what nearly finished means.
Yeah.
I think nearly finished is they were finished and they wanted to come back into air conditioning.
Yeah, so...
we're at this charity event. It's for the Florida Air Museum, which has got a great mission, again, for summer camps and kids' schools. And there's actually a high school here at the Florida Air Museum that kids go to high school on Lakeland Airport, and they are 100% immersed. Their dorms are even in here, and they are 100% immersed in aviation. So this was a charity event for them. And there was some pretty significant prizes. I mean, there were getaways to Aspen and Telluride and fishing trips with the weather woman
Amanda somebody. Yeah.
I wanted Jeff to bid on something, and I almost raised his paddle. But so the craziest part is there was this one item that came up for auction, which was a morning ride along with Sheriff Grady, the Polk County Sheriff. We're in Polk County right now, Florida. And I think everybody at the table just kind of looked at each other.
Yeah, we were kind of like, oh, how sad,
Yeah, and we were like, oh, well, they just gave away a trip to Aspen. Is he really, Liz?
Oh,
okay.
Is he on TV or something? Oh no!
Missed opportunities.
Oh my God!
This is now making more sense.
Yeah, it's making a lot more sense because we were going like, they were starting the bids at like as much as that wonderful Aspen
it was like
5-star.
Aspen was like $1,000 opening bid.
Yeah. Liz is saying that she knows. She knows
This
this
is
guy.
blowing our
We're
minds
going,
right
we
now.
don't never heard of him, and so they started bidding. And what did they ended up with? I think 27,000.
Sheriff Grady, a ride along. Grady Judd.
Yeah.
It went up to $30,000 for a morning ride along, and it was this bidding war between two individuals, and they said, "Well, will both of you do it for $27,000?" And they both said yes. Out of all these vacations, these amazing things, that a ride along with the sheriff was the highest bid.
And Armando and I were just looking at each other like, what is going on? I don't understand what's happening
Well,
here.
thank you, Liz. That makes much more sense.
It does make more sense now. I thought, how can he possibly be famous? Oh, okay. Liz said she sent me a text. Okay, sheriff with his tell it how it is demeanor. 2006, after a traffic stop resulted in a deputy and his canine dog shot and killed. Deputy shot and killed the suspect, shooting him 68 times. Oh, wow.
Thanks, Liz.
That's a little overkill. Andy.
All right.
Wow.
I think I actually remember that story. That there was the quote was something like, "Why did you have to shoot the suspect 68 times?" He said, "Because we ran out of ammo."
Well, there you go.
Okay, now it makes perfect sense.
Well, anyway, so that was the highlight of our night, and then we went out with our field reporters and AJ out for beers afterwards, after going to a gala.
Yeah, at the Brass Tap. Anyway, the food was amazing at this
at the gala.
This gala and
tomahawk steaks and whatnot.
Yeah,
shrimps.
really good.
Come on. Yeah, it was great. I was happy to have Jeff as my date for the night.
Yeah, it was fun. He's a good date. Yeah. So Megan, if you're watching, his wife, I see what you see in him. Yeah.
She loves you. You know that.
I know. Okay.
He's just fishing for compliments now.
Yes, ma'am. What did we do today? Well, we
mostly this.
Yeah, setting up, checking out, figuring out. Are you out of here? Oh, okay.
He's headed for the snack table.
Oh, I see. I thought he just got up. I'm thinking, okay, that's it. He's made his appearance. He's out of here.
Catering has set out this really nice spread for us over here. We've got chips and cookies and
for APG. They said this is for it's reserved for APG, and there's all kinds of great catering.
I can't believe with this huge audience we have, there's still some food left. Yeah. To be fair, we didn't really advertise this at all, and we wanted it to be more of an intimate.
We did. We gave everybody at least 25 minutes notice.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Oh, yes, we do have some audio to play. Let's see here. We received this very recently from a couple of our APG community members and also podcast celebrities of their own. And they are having a meetup, and I'm trying to navigate over to the proper note so that I can play some audio that they sent in regarding their meetup, and I'm going to let them do all the talking.
Hey, Captain Jeff and crew. This is Brian and Micah from Airplane Geeks and the Journey is the Reward podcasts.
And you know how we always think of all our podcasts as a family and how much we love each other and get along and love to visit? Well, we're going to have a meetup. The Journey is Reward and the Airplane Geeks together are going to have a meetup, and we wanted to invite the APG community because we love you guys too.
Since we're all one big happy family, why not?
Exactly. So on Sunday, May 17th at 4 p.m., we're having a meetup on the east coast of New Jersey, of all places. Why? Because Brian's wonderful mother is having her 91st birthday.
Yeah, and there's a really good chance that Max Flight from Airplane Geeks will be there. Micah, of course, you will be there. I will be there. And hopefully a whole bunch of Airline Pilot Guy people will be at Charlie's Pizza Restaurant and Pub.
There's even a chance, if his health recovery is going really well, David Vanderhoof might make an appearance, and boy, would we love to see him.
Absolutely. So come on out and join us at the meetup.
Hope to see you there Sunday, May 17th, 4 o'clock at Charlie's Pizza Restaurant and Pub, 1980 Route 37 West in Manchester Township, New Jersey. Bear in mind, it's a strip mall, so you have to pull into the strip mall first to find the place. But Brian says it's good, and I trust Brian.
And at least it's not a strip club. Wait, we might get more people to show up if it is.
That sounds interesting.
All right. That's a good one. All right, yeah. So if you're in the east coast of New Jersey,
Charlie's Pizza.
Charlie's Pizza, check it out. We'll have the information in our show notes. Yeah, we'll be able to play it a couple more times before the actual meetup. So hopefully we'll get some APG representation at the meetup. Tanya, she said, "We're looking at you." Okay, there we go. All right, so we've
there we are then.
There we are. And so, yeah, so to wrap it up as far as the getting to know us is concerned, at least for our portion, yeah, we're still here at Sun and Fun. We'll end the recording, pack everything up, and then probably drink some more beer and probably get some more good food.
At least 10 or 12.
10 or 12, yeah,
each.
For sure. And then tomorrow morning we'll be, I don't know, how early are we leaving tomorrow morning back to
5:30?
Okay, great. That's not true. I know AJ, and he's not going to get up that early.
I would say an early brunch.
Okay, that sounds good. Anyway, so we're going to head back to Atlanta tomorrow. So this has been a lot of fun and a different experience for me because I'm so used to driving the RVS. But it's been fun, experiencing the actual airplane thing and flying in and doing one of these special arrival procedures. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, an aviation thing. Yeah, love it. Anyway, Captain Nick, are you still awake?
Wake up.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was having a little sizz there. Yeah, I was having a lovely dream as well about being
really?
taken.
Were you thinking about us?
No, I was being taken to a gala, and I was eating fantastic food, and yeah.
Actually, hold on,
Nick. Have they gone yet?
Hang on, Nick. Actually, I would be more than happy to take you to a gala because I will be at the PTUK 600th coming up. So
oh, cool.
I hope that you will be my +1 on May 20th May 22nd at the Duxford Air Museum. So
yeah, definitely. I'm going to be there.
If you don't show up in your tuxedo, sir.
Oh, you want me in a tux? Oh, give me a break. This is England, Hey, so
he's dumping me already. Just one day.
That was
That's
quick.
I know. It was a very short-lived.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for an accent.
I'm sure you are. Sucker is the key word there. All right.
I'll keep this short because this is a podcast, isn't it? Yeah. Aviation as well. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is Petanque, because it's kind of the beginning of the season and all the league matches are being played. Drove an hour out to Winchester to be beaten by some team of drunks in a pub called the Ship Inn, and then came home again. In fact, my little bunch of guys, we were the only ones that won a game all night. Everyone else was beaten, so that was a bit of a disaster. However, we made up for it today because we played our second game today. And funnily enough, it was against another team from our same club. We've got more than one team in these leagues. And we delighted by absolutely pounding them into the gravel. And they'll never recover from that. So I'm still wearing. I rushed back. I'm still wearing my orange shirt, my play shirt. What was that, Armando?
That's what she said.
Very good. Yes, my orange garb that we wear, orange and black, strange colours. We did. We had lots of fun. Now, a little bit of tech here, because I've been doing a few purchases. Now, I don't know. I've got a wallet, and I used to have an AirTag in it. Now, I'm not someone who says this lightly, but I was looking for a replacement, and I found it in this. I think it's an American company makes these, Momax. Now, there are lots of credit card size ID tags for so you can track your wallet and things, but very few have the UWB capability that Apple AirTags have. UWB ultra wideband. That's what gives you the 10 centimeter accuracy you need to actually find out which bag or which coat it's in when you've really lost it, and it gives you very accurate directions. But this one by Momax, called it's the Pin Card Ultra. I can thoroughly recommend it. It's got wireless recharging, lasts a year, and isn't expensive in my opinion. But there you go. Now, what else we got? Here we go. Next time I do a video to put on, I've got a new bit of kit to help illuminate things. And these are fantastic. These are inflatable lighting systems. And this one happens to be made by Newer, but there are other manufacturers. And I was thoroughly impressed.
Isn't this a scene from Star Wars? I think I've seen this. This is the
Yeah.
the low rent version of Star Wars, right? Like you're like this. You're like the Sith Lord right now.
Your lightsaber seems a bit flaccid.
I was giving you a compliment, AJ. I like the scene.
Apparently, we're under a bit of time pressure here, so producer's given me the wind up signal. Okay, so that's it from me, except for, of course, the cover art. Now, I had heaps of very good suggestions, but the one I really wanted to do for last week's cover art was this chap who had his engine failure, and he said his oil pressure was trending, and I wanted to combine it with AJ's joke about a blown seal. Now, if you haven't heard AJ's blown seal joke, catch him when he's had a few beers, and I'm sure he'll be more than happy to tell you. We were talking about pilots with beards and saying, well, if you had to go clean shaven and you liked a beard, you could always put a false one on. So we had to make a false one in there. But also, of course, we were talking about the jet bridge accident where a jet bridge was driven into an aircraft. So we had, I think it was Tim's idea of a jet bridge driving school with a one-eyed jet bridge driver looking a bit like a pirate, trying to catch his false beard that had flown off. Meanwhile, of course, we were talking about little airplanes with big engines, or big aircraft with little engines, and we've got on this one a little airplane with a
very large
big engine, very large engine. Absolutely. So that was all combined. Now, if you want to get the details, all right, we've got the seal. We're talking about a blown seal, her seal eating ice cream. There's the seal. I guess it's a circus seal because it's got a ping pong ball on its nose, which I thought was rather good. And what else have we got from that? We haven't had the show number yet, so let's go to the next one. Oh, yeah, there's the logo. And for those of you who go, that's not the logo, yes, you're quite right. It's half a logo. So I like to keep you guessing. And what else we got there? Liz, one more to come. There we go. And the show number? That's it. You can find it just above the cockpit there. So 703. And that was our show art for last week. Yes, well, the jet bridge did not destroy everything. So hope you enjoyed that. And we'll look forward to catching you again next week.
As usual, always great artwork from our great artiste, Captain Nick. And yeah, sorry to rush. What's happened while we were recording the show here, one of the ladies that's running this media center looks at us and says, 5 minutes. And we're going, huh? I never considered the fact that this place closes at 5 o'clock. It is actually past 5 o'clock now. And yeah, this is something unexpected completely. Which means that we're going to have to at least end the show. You'll probably hear me come back and wrap things up before I publish this thing, hopefully on Monday or early next week. But sadly, that's all we're going to be able to do for today's show, and we're not going to be able to cover any feedback. Armando says bye-bye. We enjoyed having him on, and I'm going to enjoy more time spent with him, and AJ and Ben and Stephen and anybody else what we see here. We're going to have a lot of fun here. But that for now, we're going to have to wrap it up. So sorry about that. Love you guys, and we'll see you again on next week's show. Bye.
Cheers, everyone. See you on the 600th.
Yeah, just end it.